How's it going, guys? Michael here for another video on Dofus, and today we're here for the quest. It's in the box. So I know I said I was gonna do the fight against Echo, but I had completely forgot about that other quest that happens in the Xelorium dimension. So the combat for that quest isn't nearly as hard as the other two, but if you're not careful, you can be surprised, and I'll tell you guys what you need to be careful about in order to successfully, well, kill those mobs. So let's jump into the fight straight away. So the main threat, or should I say one of the main threats in this quest, is the Devourer of Books. So it's basically just a normal mob from Xelorium, just, that hits a bit hard. And you need to be careful because that mob can put poison on you, and it damages you every turn. And if she manages to hit you multiple times per turn, you can get hit very high. It can hit you very high very quickly, dealing up to 800 damage every single turn. So yeah, if you can't heal, you should be careful. Or if you can't, you're not like a masquerader and you can't put shields on yourself, you should be really careful. And also another good thing to have is a Dokoko. So next up for the fight was my Yup, and you guys will see how my Yup was struggling to do this fight. So what I did first was I hid behind an obstacle. So that's what you should wait, especially if you don't hit from long range. You should wait for the mob to come towards you, so that it's at short distance range. And also, if you got high enough lock, it can be very helpful because the mob needs a minimal range to be able to hit you, making the fight really easy if you got high lock and you can just make sure it doesn't move away. Okay, so that should be it. So yeah, see, it did manage to put me to mid-life when I wasn't careful, and yeah, it does hurt. Next up was my Uni, so obviously it was really easy for my Uni because you can just heal back all the life points he gets taken off. I mean, there's no erosion being put on you, so it makes it really straightforward. So yeah, just a few things. Yeah, just one thing you need to make sure: if you can't heal yourself a lot, and you can't tank high damage, just hide behind an obstacle and wait for the mob to come towards you, because mobs in Dofus are pretty stupid and they will come towards you eventually. So yeah, if you can heal and you're not worried about taking hits, well then I guess you can just rush through the monster and basically win the fight that way. Moving on to one of the next monsters, it's a Canazor, and god damn it, it was really hard because it basically has infinite range, needs no line of sight. It is such an annoying mob, and I also had an unlucky bonus, which basically every time you hit in close combat, it makes the character move to another spot, so it made it really hard for me to get the Emerald Dofus's buff. And basically, yeah, it hits hard and it heals himself a hell lot. I think every turn manages to heal itself between 500 to 700 if it crits, which makes it really, really annoying. So my Yup definitely did struggle. I mean, you guys can see he's nearly dead. I mean, yeah, if it wasn't for the vitalities I was putting on myself, I'd be dead probably. even though it seemed like a hard fight, I did manage to finish it. So, next up was Captain Scarlet mob, so one of the first area of Srambad. Really easy to deal with them, you know, the only thing it does is it keeps running away, so if you're trying to hit it at close range, try to go in a place where it has no line of sight, and then it'll come towards you, and then eventually when it's close enough, I guess you can just go ahead and, you know, go hit it close combat. So I was doing this for my Masquerader, because, I mean, I just chose random characters for each fight, because they're all pretty straightforward. I mean, there's no real technique, you know, that will ultimately help you a lot for this fight. So yeah, already done. Next up was a Kra NPC, so the only thing that was a bit annoying with this one is just that it pushes you back, but honestly, it really doesn't do much. Apart from that, per turn it just hits you up 500 life points, so not even 500 life points per turn, and it's really easy to kill, especially if you can heal yourself, or if you're just good at tanking damage. So, yep, I did the fight with my Ernie because I felt like it, guys, and what can I say? And then finally, this was the fight we have all been waiting for. It was the Ernie versus the Ernie. So it wasn't a hard fight at all. I mean, the Oni was actually less of a threat than the Canazor because she'd heal herself much less. I think she'd heal herself 300 per turn, whereas the Canazor healed himself 500-600 per turn. And so made up for a really easy fight, especially since her range was just what I think it was her range was 6 squares. Making it extremely easy to stay away from her. You know, especially if you're a Kra, for example, you can just make sure you stay at 7 squares away from her, and she won't hit you even once. So, it's a good thing to know. So that was for the quest It's in the Box. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. The fights were pretty straightforward for this quest. I mean, I mostly finished all of them first go. I think the Canazor was the only one that, where it took me, I think, 2 tries or, maybe a 3rd try because of my Yop. And, yeah, I think it's just because of my Yop, because he can't, really do any healing or put any shields on himself. So yeah, apart from that, tomorrow I promise that I will give you guys the fight against Echo for my 3 characters. Other than that, well, I'll see you tomorrow, and peace, guys.